Small businesses are the backbone of America. And they have no greater champion than J. Jonah Jameson. But they have an enemy. Spider. Apparently, he's been disrupting their supply chains in Harlem. Here to tell us about it is the proprietor of local restaurant Pana Fuerte. Buenvenidos, Camila.
Gracias, Senor Jameson, but there's been a misunderstanding. Spider-Man stopped the punks who were robbing us. I think your producer got confused. He kept wanting to talk to me in Spanish. Don't ask me why.
Jared's taking a course, which he's clearly gonna fail. But having a Spider-Man in your neighborhood, fighting criminals in the streets, that can't be good for business.
Actually, it's great. We got tourists coming in, hoping to see him. And when something gets damaged, my husband fixes it. His name's Jesus. He's a contractor. His business is called Y'all Meet Jesus. Anything gets messed up, he's your guy.
Thank you. I think we can all use Jesus right about now. Especially Jared, as soon as we cut to commercial. I said cut to commercial. Take your medicine like a man.
I was really glad you called. I needed a break.
From what?
Oh, just... stuff.
So, I went to your folks' old shop. Thought you might be there. Looked like there might have been some kind of fight just before I got there. I went inside, looked around. Found out about Rick. I'm so sorry.
What else did you find out?
I want to help you. But you gotta talk to me.
I'm really sorry your mom got hurt at her rally. If that new Spider-Man hadn't shown up, everyone would have been fine. Please don't try to talk me out of this. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Good. So, that's my big secret. That's why I've been so busy. What's your excuse?
Well, school, volunteering at Feast.
You're always busy with stuff like that. What's the real reason?
The real reason is... I've been taking on a lot more responsibilities than I can handle lately. Made me push my friends away. But I'm here to fix that. Maybe I could join your club? Crew? Team?
I don't know.
You know, Rick was... He was the best. I get why you're doing this. If you want my help, I'm all in. If not, no worries. Your secret is safe with me.
You're a good friend, Miles. Okay, let's go.
Where? You know I'm not good with heights.
You'll be fine. I'll be watching. You'll need to prove yourself to the underground. I'll show you how when we get to Fisk Tower.
You're set up in the Kingpin's office space?
After he went to prison, the Fed seized his property. They haven't gotten around to selling it, so we moved in.
How'd you get involved in all this? The underground, the Tinkerer.
Tinkerer's a nod to my role. I built everything. The masks, the weapons.
Programmable matter.
Right. The underground tried to rob my granddad's shop and saw what I was working on. We made a deal.
I know you're after Krieger, but what do they get out of it? Besides guns?
Notoriety. They want to be so well known, they can get away with anything.
And you're good with that?
I can't take on Roxxon alone. Come on. You need to jump from the crane to the balcony. Show them you're fearless.
They're watching?
Through the windows. You have to do this. Come on, you'll be fine.
Gotta do this without giving away I'm Spider-Man. Come on, Miles. Make it look good.
Gotcha.
So am I officially in the club now?
Sure. But watch your back. These guys take a while to warm up to new people. Here it is, where the plan comes together.
So, your plan. How does Newform fit in? Krieger's saying you stole a
I
shipment.
stole one canister. I'm making some adjustments. Don't worry about it. Take today to settle in.
Right.
Good, you're back. Gavin needs you.
Not now. We've got a new recruit.
Fine.
Oh, man.
What the?
You built all these?
Yeah. As long as the new weapons keep coming, the underground stay loyal.
Is that a programmable matter sword?
New enemies, new solutions.
You mean Spider-Man, right?
This week's most unwelcome surprise. How many times do I have to explain it to him? Miles, I need to deal with something. Hang here, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nope.
Now's my chance. I gotta figure out where she's keeping the new form. Might be able to find some clues in here.
That's pretty powerful.
Love is here.
As Roxxon goes down, nobody will mess with us.
That's a lot of cash.
Even more downstairs. Old man's basically funding us. Whether he likes it or not.
More downstairs. Sounds promising.
You were doing fine before, Tinker.
Bridge attack's getting the underground a lot of press.
Gotta grow that rap. Ask me, we should be focusing on PR, not lugging around this uniform crap.
lugging it around. Maybe they brought it here.
You gotta start planning for what happens.
Fisk could not like this.
I had secrets and trapdoors all over this place. Cracked them all. They own this power now.
Secret rooms. Good place to hide a deadly fuel source.
Let someone named
This stuff from Martin Lee's gang?
Yeah, trophies. Gotta establish dominance if we're gonna replace Fisk and run New York.
These guys are well trained if they took down the demons. Wonder where they train. Might be using Fisk's secret rooms on the ground level.
Break time's over, kids. Group 2, head downstairs for training.
Sounds like where I need to go. Seen these before. This, a supply crate?
Yeah, some asshole's been raiding them. You could booby trap them or something.
Love a good challenge.
See these guys.
Gotta update Genki.
Who are you texting?
My mom. Yeah, she needs me at home.
Right now? Really?
Yeah, her wrist is in a cast. I need to help with dinner.
Did you tell her I'm... Thanks. You can head out that way. See you back here soon?
Definitely. Let's see if they keep their secrets downstairs. Genki, I'm in the vents.
Nice. Did you find out where they're hiding the new form?
Not yet, but I saw Finn head toward the basement, so I'm gonna try and follow her.
Hey, when you're crawling through vents, do you ever feel like you're in a movie and start humming suspenseful music to yourself? And then think about getting caught and put into a cell suspended over an alligator pit, and then making a bomb out of gum wrappers to escape?
Wait, what? No!
Cool. Just curious.
Okay, I'm in the atrium. I need to shut down some underground training exercises. Then I'll look for a secret room.
That kick is good. Do it again.
Nap time, bro.
There you go. Yep, yep. Oh, wow, big kick. Need something for that, buddy? Spider-Man broke my freaking gauntlet. Breathe. Breathe.
What's Tinker?
We don't have all day, ladies.
I knew I could do it.
These new weapons are a serious upgrade.
Night. You're done.
As soon as you see it, squeeze the trigger.
Wow, let me see the blood. Left hook, yep.
Find the target.
Hit him in the face. Found him.
That happened again. Bet you didn't see that coming. Okay. Still no sign of Finn.
She must have gone somewhere. I read this interview with Fisk where he said he loved art with a purpose.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But they also found a bunch of secret passages in his house hidden behind art. So...
Yeah, gotcha. I'm looking. Hey! I think I got something. Whoa. Secret stairs. Goes deep.
Lots of mob bosses have secret exits like this. Wonder if Fisk planned to use it when the other Spider-Man came for him.
He should have built a faster elevator. Maybe he would have gotten away.
Let's not start giving the supervillains ideas, cool?
Hear all that noise in the atrium? Must be a hell of a training exercise today.
I know you don't want to talk. 3 people got sick after the bridge. 3! We know how dangerous new form is.
You knew this would be dangerous. It's the deal we made.
But if we're getting sick too?
You can hack it, you can get out. The underground doesn't have time for weaklings.
You hearing this? New form is making the underground sick too.
They're so callous about it.
You moved the new form? Safely?
Yeah, the lab uptown.
Genki, they moved the new form.
We're not sure if the canister's safe. It was hot, buzzing, like it's unstable.
It's that new Spider-Man. His powers messed with the structure. Tell everyone not to touch it.
They're hideouts. New form's gotta be in one of them.
I need a clearer picture. Then I can narrow it down.
We don't know enough about this stuff. What it is, where it came from.
My brother created new form. Chief chemist. And Roxxon killed him. I won't stop until Roxxon's gone. Are you with me?
You know we are.
Good. I need power. Generators, car batteries, whatever you can find. Bring them to the theater.
Okay, you. I'm gonna research the map you found. See what dots I can connect.
Cool. I'm gonna keep shocking guys.
Underground down!
Can finally check fighting a mob vault off my bucket list.
Spider-Man's hurt!
Can't fight us without the real Spider-Man!
Combat subroutine engaged. Holographic assistance complete.
I cleaned up that photo you took of the map. Looks like the underground are squatting in old Fisk construction sites.
What about a theater? Finn mentioned one.
A theater, huh? That's
Don't say it, Genki.
dramatic.
You said it.
That'd be the Gem Theater.
Sounds like that's where she hit the new form. So that's my next stop.
If you're headed to the theater, I'm all in. If you're gonna check out those underground hideouts first, I know someone who can help.
Cool. I'll add the hideouts to my to-do list and hit you up when I get to the theater.
I'll be here, trying to figure out why Speed Nonagon keeps crashing.
Finn's not meeting the underground at the gym till later tonight. Probably has some time to check the app, or whatever else needs doing. An out-of-control helicopter in Skyscraper City does not make me feel good. That helicopter... to land.
I can't! Someone's jammed the controls!
The hack is coming from 3 sources.
What are you needing to do? Watch my back while I finish up. Someone launched a counter virus. Roxxon? Don't think so. Let's travel together.
Get him away from the transmitter!
Everything you do threatens innocent people. All right, now for the transmitter. 2 more transmitters, and the helicopter will be okay. Gotta take out the transmitter. One last transmitter. Hey man, you good up there?
Still don't have control, but it's not fighting me.
Okay, time to worry about the transmitter. There! Helicopter's free. Genki says a street artist named Haley's got a lead on the people messing with Harlem.
Miles? Remember when I said I knew someone who's looking into the underground? She's on the line.
Hi, Spiderman? I'm Danica Hart. I'm planning a podcast series on the underground, and your tech guy said you needed help with them?
Oh, wow. I'm a big fan. I'm actually at one of their hideouts right now. Any advice?
You're a fan? Wow. Okay, sorry. Their hideouts are radio dead zones, so police can't coordinate a raid. If you disable the jammers, I can alert the police and get them shut down.
I'm on it. Thanks for the help, Danica.
We need more people up here, now!
Or you can run away, other people. That's an option.
You can't stop us, Spidey!
Hey, so, despite the dead zone, I was able to ping an IP address, and it led me to an online underground forum, and it is gold.
Really? Have you found anything good? Like how they started?
They were one of long. Started with assaults and robberies, then went after bigger groups so they could earn a reputation. Like, all the entertainers.
Spider-Man's winning! Everybody get upstairs now!
Hey, Danica. So after they made a run at the inner demons, how'd things go?
Not how you'd expect. When Devil's Breath hit, enough of the underground got sick that they went into hiding.
And Martin Lee going to jail and it's the demons.
Yeah, the underground took over the demons' territory kind of by default. Not very dramatic.
This yours?
I'll take you down! Get down before he runs it!
Like that. Or you can run away, other people. That's an option.
Hey, so, despite the dead zone, I was able to ping an IP address, and it led me to an online underground forum, and it is gold.
Really? Have you found anything good? Like how they started?
They were wannabe robbers. Started with assaults and robberies, then went after bigger groups so they could earn a reputation. Like, all the entertainers.
Spider-Man's winning! Everybody get upstairs now!
How'd things go?
Not how you'd expect. When Devil's Breath hit, enough of the underground got sick that they went into hiding.
And Martin Lee going to jail ended the demons.
Yeah, the underground took over the demons' territory kind of by default. Not very dramatic.
Here, take 5.
Hey, Julio, you around?
Another one bites the dust.
Hello? Somebody get over there.
I'll take this one.
That'll leave a mark.
I know you're up there!
Hey, what was that?
We're gonna wreck you, Spider-Man!
Not your lucky day. Sorry.
Spidey!
Gotta watch out for spiders, man.
We're gonna wreck you, Spider-Man! Hey!
There. Now to find the jammer. I should be able to track the wires with my suit. Wire runouts. Probably a good place to start. Demon stuff. Spoils of war. Need to shut down the jammer. Hey, hideout's back on the grid.
Nice. Tipping the cops off now. I can't wait to write up this underground demons conflict for my podcast series. Thanks, Spider-Man.
That's my cue to leave. Yankee says a street artist named Haley's got a lead on the people messing with Harlem. Looks like a party. Okay, I should see if Finn hit the new form in the gym theater. Hey, are you Haley?
I'm Haley. Everyone calling you our Spiderman. My friend Scarlett even wanted a picture with you.
She can always request it in the app. Genki said you could help me find the guys messing with Harlem?
They're working out of a shipping center near the river. I follow them after they try to mess with the King's Day Parade.
You followed them? It's dangerous. And brave. I'll go there. Try to shut them down.
Thanks for looking out. Try not to die.
Hey, man. Haley told me where to find our criminal friends' setup. Hoping I could shut down however they're communicating with their boss.
I'll check nearby cell phone towers. Do some network surveillance. See if I can figure it out so we can cut the connection.
Dope. Call you when I'm there. Genki, guys are definitely set up here. Gonna clear them out. See if I can shut down this whole operation.
Happy punching, Spider-Man.
You talked to the big guy today? I'm supposed to hop on a call with him in a few. Not your fault the kid Spider showed up and busted all our plans. All this guy cares about is results. But you've been with him for years. That's because I get results. The heck was that? What was that? Hey, got some webs here! What was that?
You look so peaceful, knocked out. It was always this easy.
We're not alone, fellas! Come on! Where are you? Got you now! Taking aim at Spider-Man!
Actually, you take this!
Heads up! You ain't the real Spider-Man!
piece of pain! Get down, Spider-Man!
Like that! Okay, now to get inside. Gotta be that gear should lift the door. Not what I expected. There's gotta be more here. Footprints. That vanish. Okay. Big old do not push button. I'm gonna push it. Whoa.
Hey, pulled network data. Webcam calls to the raft are definitely coming from here.
So cut the network connection, brick the computer, no more boss giving them orders.
Exactly.
An underground basement hideout where they planned all their takedown Harlem schemes. Cool, cool, cool. These guys really don't care who gets hurt, as long as their boss gets what he wants. Even without pulling off the bank heist, their boss is loaded. Feast North, Caleb's barbershop, the power plant, everywhere they've targeted. Money, land, control. This guy wants everything. Ugh. Someone invested in a zoom lens. They're trying to find me. This is why Pete's always telling me to keep the mask on. Think I'll take this off their hands. Can you help me run a hybrid attack?
Sure, but first try VANESSA.
Vanessa?
If this setup belongs to who I think it does...
What is this? Who are you?
Oh, crap.
Fisk.
A child playing dress-up, pretending to be Spider-Man.
I can sever the connection from here. Just keep him talking.
Fisk. I stop what you're doing in Harlem. You're done in my neighborhood.
Your neighborhood? How touching. You'll learn that when you cross me, the people you want to protect are the ones who suffer.
What did that mean?
I don't know. But we have to find out.
I should head back to the park. Tell Haley I took care of these guys.
Miles, Haley texted me. Fisk's guys are attacking CJ Walker Park.
I thought I took them out.
Some were scattered around the neighborhood. You've gotta hurry, man. They're going after people at the party.
Tell Haley I'm on my way. Stayed away from my neighborhood!
Time
Here!
to die! Thank you, Spider-Man!
This is not how we planned it! This ain't gonna end well for you! Got my eye on you! Get back!
I have entered.
Miles, just heard from her. She got everybody out in time. They're hiding in a deli nearby.
I was worried when I didn't see them. Tell Haley to keep everyone there until I'm done with these guys.
I will.
Combat is complete. Farewell.
Lisa? Harlem's tougher than you on your best day.
Watch your head! Taking it! Hey! Get back down here! This is gonna hurt!
Got hands? Catch! Didn't you hear? Spider-Man's looking out for Harlem.
I'm at C.J. Walker Park, where gunmen attacked during the King's Day Parade afterparty.
Don't worry about it.
Dozens would have been harmed or killed if not for the intervention of Spider-Man, New York's second hero to go by that name.
It's my home, too.
Witnesses say gunmen carried out this attack on orders from Wilson Fisk.
I doubt that. Bye, Haley. Hope to see you again. Fisk is done in Harlem thanks to us. And don't say no Miles thanks to you.
Okay, you're right. We did it together. How's it feel to be Harlem's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Not gonna lie, pretty good.
Oh, almost forgot to tell you. Danica Hart heard what we've been up to. She wants me to come on her show.
Oh, that's awesome. You nervous?
What? Nervous? No, I mean... Oh, crap, what should I wear?
I don't think it matters, since it's a podcast.
What if she can hear that I'm wearing sweatpants? What if she wants to hop on webcam? Oh my god, I gotta get ready. Bye.
I should get back to looking for the new form. Time to hit the theater.
You all remember Wilson Fisk, don't you? The so-called kingpin of crime? I'm told he's getting 5-star treatment in his cell, which is nicer than Jared's apartment, while his shark lawyers appeal his conviction. But it seems there may be some justice in the world after all. Because a new Daily Bugle expose reveals that his now dilapidated Fisk Tower, which is scheduled for demolition in the new year...
You're right, Genki. Underground are everywhere.
You might say they're overground?
Keep working on that one. Barrier's electrified. Ow! And not friendly.
Your suit says that was 300 kilojoules. How is that just ow?
Benefits of bioelectricity, I guess. Power can be supplied all locally.
Any sign of the power source?
Several. Bet these cables lead the way.
Electrified barrier is next level. Maybe they got nervous after someone infiltrated Fisk Tower.
Who do that?
Roxxon should enjoy the time, man.
Lights out for you.
Better than Fisk Tower. Suit says.
Yeah, but I hate that it was Spider-Man who drove us out. Makes us look weak.
That's why we kill him. Show the rest of Manhattan's underworld that we can't be messed with.
Gangs have been trying to kill Spider-Man for years. Never managed.
That was the other Spider-Man.
Give me the new form. We can skip this part.
I hit Spider-Man! We can beat it!
Got him. Now I gotta drain that generator. All right, drained it. Feeling good. Now for the others.
Disorganized. Always fighting
Eso
to
me
survive.
gustó.
This is better.
Attack successful.
You guys take return?
Holograph is assisted.
Cool, chipping away.
Crappy little
bar near the Raceway.
Got hands? Catch!
Target's on your back, Spider-Man! Keep him away from the ring! You can't be You can't take out all of us!
Actually, you take this!
Even Spider-Man can't fight this!
No more underground. CNC, no more generator. Should be one more.
What was one of those old models?
You're gonna regret that!
Batter up!
Firing on Spider-Man!
Spider-Man's taking us off!
That did it. Barrier's fresh out of power.
And prime for smashing. Bet you didn't see that coming.
That was the way to the main auditorium. Now it's blocked.
Oops. Maybe there's a staircase. Or an elevator. Like that elevator. But I could stick the gears.
Hey man, I'm thinking. What if you told Finn you're Spider-Man?
Yo, Finn. Not only did I lie about joining your club, but I'm also the guy trying to stop you.
Okay, yeah, we can work on the delivery.
Giant armored silo looks promising.
Really feeling like my gaming rig is underpowered right now.
Yeah. Finn's going full supervillain layer here. Are you seeing this giant armored container thing?
Totally not suspicious. You think the new form's in there?
I got a hunch, yeah. Container's got cables running away from it. No wonder. Rick's invention. Krieger doesn't understand new form well enough to make more, but Finn does. She mapped out how its reactivity works. Looks like Finn's making a new mask? Shield? Soon as I find a way around the Underground's weapons, she comes up with something new. Finn's working on destabilizing the new form gradually, making it reactive but not explosive on contact. Why? So she can keep moving it? Finn's been making new weapons to deal with me. Guess she told the rest of the underground to keep tabs. That's one. Need to power the others. So why do you think I should tell Finn I'm Spider-Man? Don't you think she might react badly?
Let's make a pros and cons list. Pro, she's your best friend. Besides me.
Con, she's a tinkerer.
Pro, talking to her is easier than sneaking around behind her back.
Con, the other Spider-Man was super clear. Don't tell anyone who you are.
You told me. Maybe if she knows it's you she's fighting, she'll rethink the whole tinkerer thing.
Maybe you're right. Nice. Clear line of sight to the generator. All right, that's two. Hope this is a good idea.
What's the worst that could happen?
Says the guy 30 blocks away. Three down. One to go. Can't make a direct connection. Might be able to use that relay node to run a daisy chain. No one's here. That sounds promising. Check the supercomputer. All right, what are you up to, Finn? Finn's pumping energy into the new form, making it unstable like my venom did.
Which exploded the bridge. So, what? Does she want to blow up the theater?
Not the theater. Roxxon Plaza.
Whoa, what? That's... how could she...
It's not open yet, so there'll be no casualties. But I can't let her do this. I'm taking the new form. Come on. Come on! Crap.
Spread out. He's here somewhere.
I need to get the new form. After I deal with her glow stick army.
Just to put it out there, what if Finn's right, and this is the best way to beat Roxxon?
Finn's not just talking about throwing a rock through a window. She wants to blow up a building on my block. If any part of her plan goes wrong, people will get hurt. I can't let her take that chance.
You're right. Let's get that new form out of here.
Standing around isn't what I signed up for.
Gotta get Roxxon out of here. Only room for one of us in New York.
We need to guard this place better than we did our last hideout.
No kidding. I don't want to pack up again. We always gotta be on the move. Even if Spider-Man doesn't find us, Roxxon will.
Not once we've used the new form, and they'll leave us alone.
Bugle, you think this place is more secure than Fisk? More hidden anyway.
No one would think to look for us here.
Unless there's a mole. Come on, Cassie, there's not a mole. How else does Spider-Man keep finding out? The mole's not gonna get past.
Blowing up the plaza? That's your plan? It's a terrible plan.
He's got a good stop power! Get down! Hurry,
Don't let him near the new form! Keep following us here!
hurry up and ground him!
Stay away from that bridge, Spider-Man!
How's it going?
Actually, you take this!
Keeper is gonna stop you this time!
Even Spider-Man's not ready for this.
Venom tears it apart!
Good! Keep doing that!
Keep him away from the ring!
Got something for you! Okay, now for the new form. Okay, see? Oh, no!
Can't let you take that!
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Seriously?
I just want to talk! Vince! Tinkerer! Stop!
So you can steal my new form? Not a chance in hell!
Hey, Genki! Ran into Finn!
What's happening?
She grabbed the new form! I'm chasing her across Manhattan!
Crap. Okay. How are you gonna stop her?
Step 1, catch her. Step 2, I'll get back to you. Oh, move!
Back off! This is between me and Roxxon!
How about we use our words? How about you stop being so flingy? Or is she not tired yet? It is not going well.
Where are you?
I don't know. I'm dodging explosions. I need a new strategy. Gonna do what you said.
Tell her the truth?
Yeah, as soon as I catch her. Tinkerer, I gotta tell you something. Slow down.
Do you think I'm stupid?
You want to hear this. I promise.
Step off, Spider-Man!
Oh crap! Not good, not good! Hope the ship's okay!
I said step off!
Whoa! So why did she invent death wheels?
Give me one good reason not to end you.
My mom would be very upset.
Miles?
Can we just...
You two on the roof! Freeze!
That could have gone better. I think she cracked a rib. Or 3.
Hey, how'd it go with Finn?
Not great. You still at my place?
I'm actually at home. My parents get back next week, so I thought I'd clean. But I could come back.
Nah, it's okay. I'll call you later. Now what? Hey, Uncle Aaron. I need some advice.
About what exactly?
Just everything. Are you free?
I can wrap up what I'm doing. Call you in a few.
Thanks, man. Talk to you soon. I have no idea where Finn is. Or the new foreman. I guess I should kill some time till Uncle Aaron's free.
Stop me if you've heard this one. Spider-Man chases villain through city. Millions of dollars of property damage.
I saw something move!
Hey, Danica. I'm at the underground hideout, on the Upper East Side.
Cool. You look for the jammer, I'll start pulling records for what the underground's been up to.
Not alone! Is this gonna hurt? Spider-Man! Love a good fight!
Now let's fight!
Chris, you there?
More! We need more people! Why are there always more of them than there are of me?
Hey, Spiderman. I ran a custom search of this address with some underground-specific theories. This used to be a tombstone hideout.
Whoa! What's the history there?
The underground and Tombstone crew did a few jobs together. Robberies, hits, carjackings. There was a falling out when a member killed one of Tombstone's guys. The underground were outgunned.
Until the Tinkerer came along.
Yeah. And by then, Tombstone was in prison, so they were able to sweep in here, no problem.
It's a hologram?
Off topic, but do you have like a sound guy to write your intro music?
I dated a guy for like half a minute, and he was nice enough to write my singer before we split up.
Oh, if you ever need someone who mixes beats, I know a guy.
That would be amazing, because I am totally tone deaf.
Show yourself!
Cool. Now I just need to find the jammer and shut it down. Oh, nice. There's the jammer. They kept trophies from their fights with Tombstone. How sentimental. One of Tombstone's bikes. Of course he'd have a big muffler. I mean, I think that's a muffler. Did those mannequins move?
This place is ours! You're not taking it from us!
Another mannequin. Hey, hideout should be back on the grid.
Okay, tipping off the cops. Cool. I'm gonna chase the Tombstone Underground partnership lead for my series.
I should head out before the cops get here and cover everything in crime tape.
Hey, Nevin. Meet me at the docks in Hell's Kitchen.
I'll be there.
Look at all these people.
What am I gonna do about Finn? Am I talking to her again? I could meet her somewhere. Science Center or Trinity Church. No! She knows I lied to her now. She won't want to see me. Hey, Danica. I'm at another hideout.
Ooh, awesome. I just reorganized my notes from my podcast series, and I am ready to dig in. Go find that jammer.
Okay. All that's left is to find the jammer and shut it down. Wire runouts are a good place to start. There's a pulley over those crates. Gotta stick it. As Pete would say, that's a bingo. Wow. It's a Magia trophy room. Poker chips. Definitely the old crime family style. Green's a little off on these bills. I found the jammer. Guess I can head out. Thought you could hide, huh? Crap! Hey, the way out's blocked.
Should I call someone? Like backup?
I'll figure it out. That old elevator could be my ticket out of here. Just need some juice. Their cunning trap has failed. Hey, consider the jammer jammed.
Perfect. Now I'm just gonna give the police an anonymous tip, and boom! No more hideouts.
Appreciate the help. Did you get what you needed?
Yep. I'm gonna dig some more into this turf war between the underground and the Magia. Smells like a story.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to hearing the podcast.
Hey, I've been checking on all the hideouts we've shut down. Recruiting's tanked, and those blocks have gotten way safer.
That's great. Thanks for calling them in. I wouldn't have found the jammers without you.
So, I was looking through my files. It seems like the Tinkerer was working on some big secret project in Hell's Kitchen.
Is it new form related?
No, it looks like programmable matter?
I've faced that stuff before. Maybe I should take it off her hands.
Oh, hey, there's a code referenced here. 2658. Maybe try that if you find something, locked?
2658. Got it. Thanks again, Danica, for doing your podcast. Those tips at the end of your episodes have been life-changing.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Thanks. When my Underground series is out, let me know what you think.
Sounds good to me. Talk to you later.
something? Hey! Break a pose!
Hey, Spider-Man! You're out late, aren't you? Hey, so I've been checking on the hideouts you shut down. Those areas have seen big decreases in crime and jerks waving around glowy swords. The Tinkerer's still a problem, but the Underground's numbers took a serious hit.
It was a team effort. And I hope your series helps just as much.
Listen, if you ever need anything, not like a rescue, but a break from all the fighting, text me. I know a cafe that makes great matcha lattes.
I'm picturing sitting in a cafe in the mask. And it's weird.
But cool, right? Okay, bye.
Whoa. 2658, right? Programmable matter. I can make this into anything. Oh, I'm digging this. Think that'll do it. I gotta thank Danica for the tip.
are cut out.
I gotta call you back.
Oh.
All right, Miles. Spill it. Give me the whole situation.
Finn, Roxxon, Underground. It's just a lot, you know?
You're 17. You're stressed. And you're a superhero. You gotta cut yourself some slack. You still making beats?
Not much since I started this.
Work-life balance, kid. Most important thing. Here. Little project your dad and I started back in the day. Our mixtape. Had rhymes ready and everything.
How come I never heard about this?
Because we never finished. We sampled street noise around the way. Wanted the city to be our beat. But your dad had the masters. And after things went bad between us... But you can finish what we couldn't. Plus, it'll take your mind off work.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do I do?
Load that up. I'll walk you through it. I'll set up holograms to guide you. Scan the source.
Holograms, huh? You stealing my moves?
This was in my playbook before you even born, young blood.
Okay, don't think about Finn. Focus on sounds. Clear my head.
Scan the holograms and it'll unlock files on that drive I gave you. Help you figure out which sound you're looking for. Now try and find the original sound and grab a clean sample. Good sound, but it's muffled. Try and get a clear line of sight. Make sure you've got a clear line of sight. Don't want any distortion.
Not this way. Pretty sure it's behind me.
Need to get a little further away so it doesn't distort.
I'm not gonna find it over here. I think it's back there.
Not a match, though. Keep looking. Good sound, but it's muffled. Try and get a clear line of sight. Try moving in a little closer. But not quite what we're looking for. Make sure you've got a clear line of sight. Don't want any distortion. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Rest of the sounds you need are spread across the city. I left a few messages for you, too, to help you get a feel for each location.
Oh, dope.
Not now. Hey, get something you like?
Yeah, really unique dynamics.
See? Old man still knows his stuff.
And you were right about clearing my head, too. I know what to do about Finn. I gotta see her. Try to talk her out of all this.
In person? Where?
Trinity Church. Tomorrow night. Why so interested?
Because you got a target on your back the size of Jersey.
You don't have to protect me.
Someone should.
You know, you said you never finished this tape because of how things went bad between you and Dad. What actually happened between you two?
It was complicated. We were too similar and too different. Finish the tape, get all the samples, and you'll hear the whole story. Promise.
All right, thanks, Unc.
Trinity Church. Remember, Tinker is yours, but leave the boy alone.
Man, I needed that. I was beat. Okay, I'm gonna call Finn. As soon as I'm ready to go. Mom? Genki? Anyone home? Think it's just me. I wish you were still here, Rick. Me and Finn could definitely use your advice. Who doesn't love an ohm meter? Nobody. That's who. Mom's killing it. No way she's gonna lose. Hard to think of Ma as a little kid. A little music would be nice. Never gonna get tired of this one. I should have paid more attention when Abuela was teaching me to dance. Gotta ask Uncle Aaron where he got this. Bridge attack didn't slow Mom down at all. Kinda nice to have the apartment to myself. Abuela's still getting mail here. Gotta forward it to her. Mom's room's starting to look like Mom's room. Glad my gear survived the move. All right, time to call Finn. Hope she answers.
Hi, Spider-Man.
Finn! Hey, we need to talk. In person.
So you can lie to me again?
So I can make this right. Please. Meet me at Trinity Church. No more lies. I promise.
If you're screwing with me... Fine. I'll see you there.
At least she's willing to meet. Okay, Trinity Church. Let's go.
Your mom lived here right after college. You know that? She and your dad were dating. 3 of us spent a lot of time here. We got used to this soft, steady beat.
Soft beat. Rhythm, rhythm. Pretty sure it's behind me.
during the holidays. I love it.
Something that's been around a while. Yeah, it's subtle, but a good beat.
Things were good back then. Felt like they'd be good forever. Your mom got her first gig as a teacher. Your dad was new to being a cop, and I just started calling myself the Prowler. I figured we all kept secrets about our jobs. Couldn't last, though. Your dad's job and mine crossed paths too often.
Man, Uncle Aaron, if you would have been anything else, my mom and dad would have supported you all the way.
Hello, friends. This is the Danicast with our debate.
That's your intro? Lame! We in the business call that burying the lead. Hype it up! Let me ask you something, Danny. Do you ever think about what you're inciting? About your journalistic integrity?
More than some.
Because your campaign against Roxxon is baffling to an actual journalist like myself. You should be attacking the young, unproved vigilante who keeps causing problems in Harlem.
What? You twist everything Spider-Man does into something malicious while simultaneously excusing everything Roxxon does wrong. All Spider-Man needs for you to support him is to get a better PR department.
The only problem Spider-Man fixes are the ones he causes. I won't praise the arsonist for putting out his fire. Meanwhile, Roxxon built a beautiful plaza in a failing neighborhood.
By tearing down homes and businesses, our new Spider-Man is proving that Harlem isn't the failure Roxxon makes it out to be. And you, Mr. Jameson, for someone who claims to love New York, you sure do seem to hate New Yorkers.
You are clearly emotional, young lady, so I'm invoking the mercy rule on this debate. Jared, shut it down! And whose idea was it to debate a teenager? There are no good optics to destroying a child! Get the car! I need a hot stone massage!
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Well, thanks for the debate that you demanded, Mr. Jameson. To everyone else, remember to stand up every half hour while working at a computer. Bye!
Man, Quads is getting bigger and bigger every year.
I hate to bother you, but...
Spider-Man! I hope you enjoyed Christmas.
This one was all your dad's idea. You need something that's always in this park. Quiet on their own, loud in a group.
Loud in a group? Probably something you'd always find here. Like birds or trees or... No, not trees.
Spider-Man! Look out!
There's a lot of birds around here. Maybe? I'm not gonna find it over here. Not this way. Nah, getting too far away. I think it's back there. Pretty sure it's behind me.
You can do that?
How did Dad record this? Is he a pigeon whisperer?
This was way before high school. We were hanging in the park one day, and someone dropped a hot dog. You know how that goes. The place was swarming with pigeons. The dad stopped cold. He said, "Aaron, man, that's music. Listen." Next day, we were crawling all over Manhattan looking for beats. Like you are now.
I remember the first time they showed me how to sample. Uncle Aaron had the gear, and Dad had the ear for music.
This is a good one. Me and your dad used to hang around here. Listen while the whole station came alive. That's what you need.
Something at the station.
I think hanging around here is how your dad got the idea to be a cop. I said, man, you're not uptight enough for that job. He wanted to make things better from the inside. Pretty sure he died trying.
You did make things better, Dad. And so will I.
Dad and I fell asleep listening to this sound every night when we were kids. It's got a good beat.
Okay. Something rhythmic that was around when Dad and Uncle Aaron were little. Doesn't really have a beat we could use. Maybe something mechanical? There's a subway line near here. Need to wait for the train to come by. Get close enough to record it.
Nice seeing you, Spidey. But I got a boogie.
I'm gonna go broke. Thanks for being a friendly neighborhood superhero. We appreciate it.
Where's all my
Gotta get on with my
Kwanzaa
day.
Must be in Brooklyn.
You don't mind, right?
Another Christmas gone. Another year without a boyfriend.
Nah, getting too far away.
Gene!
You can be invisible whenever.
Need to wait for the train to come by. Get close enough to record it. I think it's back there.
This one's rhythmic. Comes on a schedule.
Okay. Something rhythmic that was around when Dad and Uncle Aaron were little. Not this way. Yeah, that's it.
You probably don't know. But your dad and I grew up not far from here, before we moved to Brooklyn in high school. Hearing the clatter of the wheels, the squealing when the trains turn or stop, always makes me think of me and your dad's late night talks. Mostly about what we wanted to be when we grew up. I wanted to be a space alien. Dad's dream changed. Doctor, firefighter, social worker. But he always wanted to help people.
Yeah, sounds like Dad. Should check in on Gloria at Feast North sometime.
Good news, friends. Feast North is back on its feet. And guess who we have to thank? That's right, the new Spider-Man. Y'all, what doesn't this guy do? Okay, if you have pictures of Spidey cleaning up Feast, send them my way, and I'll feature them on the blog. Till next time, remember that a 10-minute nap will give you the energy boost you need. That we all need, actually. Okay, goodbye.
Oh my. Permiso. Spider-Man, come.
Hey, a bunch of raft escapees blocked off a street and took hostages.
Looks like escapees from the prison convoy.
Happy holidays, dude. How could be sunny and this cold?
I hate to bother you, but...
Why do I even live here? I hate the cold.
Hey, it's me. How's the weather in San Diego? Nice.
Times Square. Easy to find someone in the crowd here. Or lose them. Sound you need's like an electric current.
A current? Could cheat it with venom. Nah.
Holidays and family. That's what it's all about.
Good to see Feast out here. But that sound would drown out the rest of the track.
Cold today. Nice
Hey, Spider-Man.
James? No, we're going to the dance show first, then the bar crawl.
Sun is bright.
Not this way.
And that's that.
Typical.
Can you say hi to my kids? Stay on board. Peace!
Electric. Man, I could use some coffee. I don't think I brought my wallet. And it's not the right sound. Love how alive that feels.
After I started calling myself the Prowler, met my first client right under this sign. Neon flag's hard to miss, and the crowd makes it easy to blend in. She wanted me to steal a painting. I looked across the square and saw your dad looking back at me. He never said anything, just turned and left. He didn't know everything, just that I was a thief. That was enough. I think he saw where we were heading long before I did.
If you would have tried to act right sooner, he would have forgiven you. I know he would have.
Folks, the Feast Senders have had a rough go ever since their founder, Martin Lee, turned out to be the mad bomber known as Mr. Nate. But I believe in the Feast Senders because I knew her. The brave woman who literally gave her life to keep them going. So I was distressed to hear the Harlem branch recently suffered a damaging blow. With us is Laura, director of that branch.
Yeah, thanks. Anyone who wants to donate to the cleanup, check out our website. It's tax deductible.
Wonderful. I'm donating 10% of my paycheck for this week. And half of Jeff. Now, I'm hearing Spider-Man may have been responsible for the flood.
No way. Someone was responsible, but it wasn't Spider-Man. Follow the money. Who benefits from lower property values?
And I'm going to stop you there, because we have a strict policy of not saying anything that will get me sued. Incidentally, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man can't afford lawyers.
He wasn't Spider-Man.
We're out of time. Thanks so much for joining us, Gloria. And remember, everyone, if you want to be a real hero, not like a certain masked man, donate to Feast. Jared, cut her mic before I end up in the poorhouse.
Keep moving!
This sound always feels like someone celebrating, even when it's just telling time. Your dad thought so too, so we had to include it.
A sound that tells time. Okay. Pretty sure it's behind me.
Wait till they see this at work. The sun melts all.
That's it. Ringing on the hour.
Hey! When I hear those bells, I remember the last time I was here. Your dad had just graduated from the police academy. I didn't go to the ceremony, so I met him here after. Bought us some milkshakes. Strawberry for him, peanut butter for me. I don't know why I remember that. He said he couldn't cover for me anymore if I got in trouble. I told him I was done with that life. I was lying. But he believed me for a while. Or at least pretended to.
Man, things got complicated between them.
City's got your back, Spidey. You're not stealing my info.
Hey, what's up?
Do you diet, or is this natural?
Oh, yeah, you're rocking that suit.
Come on, shake a leg!
Very modern, very modern.
Hey, App says the police are chasing some car thieves.
This plaza and the blocks around it are alive with sound. What you're looking for is light, distinctive.
Light, huh? Okay. I like that beat. I'm not sure it's light, though. Oh man, this is making me hungry. Not really a light sound, but definitely distinctive. Something distinctive.
Feast. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
Yeah. Wind chimes. That sounds good. When's
This plaza is where I had my first job. I was fresh out of high school then. Didn't have the gear or the mask. Guy paid me to mug his boss. Rough him up, take everything in his wallet. Your dad found out. He stood under those wind chimes yelling at me for an hour. He never told our folks. He made me promise I'd stop stealing. Wish I kept my word. You deserve better.
I wish you had too. Maybe you and Dad would have stayed close. I can't imagine ever turning my back on my family.
Should you be just standing here like that?
Find someone else to harass. Do something?
Hey, Dana fans. For the last few weeks, Harlem has had a series of bad breaks. The attack on CJ Walker Park, to name one. Spider-Man intervened to protect the neighborhood, but he didn't do it alone. I'm here with Genki Lee, the Harlem local who helped Spider-Man save the neighborhood.
It felt really good to help people out. Even better when we found out Wilson Fisk was behind it. Shutting him down is a career highlight for me. And Spider-Man.
I bet. How did you guys stumble on the conspiracy?
By talking to people in the neighborhood. They were all looking out for each other, which helped us look out for them. Teo, Caleb, Camila, Haley, Steph, Gloria, if you're listening, thank you.
I checked with Wilson Fisk's parole officer, who confirmed the big guy is under tighter security and will likely get some time tacked onto his prison sentence. Genki, and everyone in Harlem, thanks for looking out. Till next time, friends, remember to change your toothbrush every 3 months. Bye-bye.
Have fun with this one. I had a repeat client I always met here. Got real used to waiting, listening, hearing this sound running on a tight schedule.
A sound on a schedule.
Another Christmas gone, another year without a boyfriend.
It seems like the holiday season gets longer every year.
Sound of something on a schedule. Whoa, alliteration. I think it's back there. Not this way.
Looking good, Spidey.
If I were Uncle Aaron sitting and listening, what would I hear? A picture.
Yeah, Ben's pretty shaky. All this underground
I like that. Fairy horns. That's right.
The client I met here used to take the ferry over from Jersey. Work for him was good money. Got busted. He's how your dad found out about the problem. Not that it was me, that a thief was making it big in New York, and your dad volunteered for the case. I could feel closing in. I had to try and guess which would be worse. I told him. He caught me.
That'd have been me. I don't know what I'd do. That can't be the only reason Dad cut him off. Not if he fessed up. This wasn't Dad.
Hey, young blood. You got almost everything you need for the trap. You just unlocked the spot where you could find the last piece. Hope it works for you.
Spot in Harlem. Wonder what the last piece is.
Today, I want to address some rumors making the rounds of the pool halls and sleazy bars. Supposedly, Wilson Fisk has been trying to destabilize Harlem in order to make it cheaper and easier for him to acquire properties. All from behind bars. Now, you all know my distaste for conspiracy theories. If there's proof, I will be the first to condemn malfeasance. But until that happens, it is poisonous, irresponsible, and wrong to repeat such baseless and inflammatory claims. That's the kind of behavior I'd expect from someone like Spider-Man, who several people have told me enjoys a destabilized neighborhood himself because it creates more crime and thus more opportunities for him to make himself look good. So, let's be careful what we say and stick to the facts. Okay, people?
My suit, man. I gotta admit, one's got a pretty dope vibe.
What's the matter with you?
Not Brooklyn, but dope.
Spider-Man! Looking good.
Everybody else, all right? I can't let you through.
I'm still having trouble wrapping my brain.
It's him!
The sun melts all of this stuff.
It's really him.
You need directions?
Abandoned subway tunnels. Guess a good thief needs a good hideout. Whoa! I'm kinda jealous of his lair. The lab. The basement thing. Uncle Aaron's got tabs all over the city. He must have been building his network for years. My mom bought him this at a flea market. It was a joke about... can't remember. Always making upgrades. I definitely got my suit patching skills from Uncle Aaron. Sequencer? Sampler? Vintage? Oh, has to be him and Dad's equipment. He was always way better at guitar than me. He used to come to our place for dinner all the time. Guess he never learned to cook. Use the sounds. Frequency lock? Something new every day.
Hey, kid. Hope the suit fits. You asked why me and your dad stopped talking. He was investigating the Prowler. It led him to my clients, people like Simon Krieger, Wilson Fisk. Dad couldn't afford to make enemies like that. Not with you and Rio in the picture. So I told him. Hoped he'd back off, and he did. For good. He didn't want me around. Didn't want you to turn out like me. Hope this suit helps you be better. Take care, Spider-Man.
Thank you, Uncle Aaron, for everything. Maybe I should take a few swings. Nah, I'd probably break it.
What's up, my dude? Stacked. You see that?
You're a lot shorter than I thought.
Happy holidays,
Man, it
Spider-Man.
seems like the holiday season
Have a
gets
good
longer
one.
every year.
Hey, it's the new guy.
How you doing?
Best and worst thing about Hanukkah?
Folks, I've heard differing opinions from my discerning listeners about Roxxon's security. On the one hand, this is fair. There are some of the same concerns I have about Spider. These are not law enforcement officers. and do not answer to the same standards. On the other hand, Roxxon has every right to protect its property and interests. And many of the skirmishes people are concerned...
Take all of us! Is he gone? He better be gone. This is not cool! Not cool! Get a grip! Come on, track him down! Don't you got bigger fish to fry, webhead? Where are you? Show yourself! You got a death wish or something? Get a rat! Crap! There's work over here! Someone there? You think they out of my business, freak show? Think again! I do not like this! The hell is he? Crap, I lost him! Get out of here while you can, kid! Get him! We need to move! Can't hide forever, webhead!
Hey! Stop the car! I know it's full of guns and bad dudes!
He was a loser! I'm not! That was painful! Sure you want to be a hero?
No! Let that be a lesson! Just don't do it again! Cool?
Just look at
All that swinging must be tiring. Later, Spider-Man. Only when you're ready to get serious about brand development.
Every schmuck who dresses up like Spider-Man thinks
Thanks
they're
for the distraction.
I got news for you, kid. You ain't.
Yeah, that's right. Ha, keeping it cool. Keeping it cool.
Oh,
I
nice
dig it.
brand Spidey! How can it be this cold in...
Here you've been doubling down and